Midnight's heavy, silence on the line. I can hear your footsteps echo through my mind. I reached for your hand, but the night pulled you away. Now I'm talking to shadows with nothing left to say. Ooh, whispers in the dark, they call your name. Love, sweet fire, now it's just a flame. Your perfume lingers like smoke in the air. I feel you close, though you're not really there. Every note I sing, I'm bleeding through the sound. Sweet fire, now it's just a flame. Baby, don't leave me, don't make me blue, 'cause my soul keeps singing, but it's only for you. But the blues came calling, won't let me rest. So I sing to the night, let the truth unfold. Love's a story, baby, too heavy to hold.
Like Jack and very bright. It's so play. English way. Hey, dog.
Cool, Harry, right? And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome to the podcast, the crypto side of podcast. I'm going old school here, Bill. You ready? Watch this. Podcast, your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door, talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I'm your host, Scott, pragmatic investor, who has won and lost fortunes. Joining me as always, the greatest producer of all time, the one, the only, the original, the mighty Belle. How are you doing tonight, Belle?
You know what? It's been an incredibly busy day. I've been doing a lot of research, but other than that, I'm great. How are you, Scott?
Oh, I am just blooming, Belle. I am simply blooming tonight, and thank you for asking. Nobody ever asks how I'm doing. That never comes up. That would I I don't look at the comments. Maybe they're in there. Nobody. Hey, Scott, how are you doing? You know what? Instead of asking where's Waldo, you guys should be asking how's Waldo. I'm just putting that out there. You should be asking how's Waldo. The guy spends his life hiding in pictures. That's got to grate on you. You know, eventually you're gonna find him, and he's gonna, the noose, and he's just dangling there. Oh, I found Waldo, Bell. There he is. So yeah, spend spend more. I'm in a mood. All right. We got a big push out on Sigea, and a lot of the features are fully rolled in and implemented. And as you see, it is pretty well how that thing's going to be launching. So test the hell out of it. No big monologue tonight, no anything. This is more or less our victory lap and a chance to talk with everybody about the app, because I'm going to assume that basically everybody who's on here is listening in about Sigea Cloud, or at least testing for us. So we want to get your feedback. But we'll start with the big elephant in the room, Bell, and that's Bitcoin sitting at 113 ish. Can you pull that up? Because I'm not looking at it right this very second. I went 25x long at 13.1. I'm liquidated at 11.9. So my range is very, very small on this. But I've been running really, really hot out in the leverage world right now. I got bills. Did it go under? Am I liquidated, Bell?
It went at 112,896 right now.
Okay, well, 112. So you're going to see 112 probably. I know every TA witch doctor up there right now is telling you about support levels and all this other shit. Yeah, man, people are going risk off. They're going risk off in kind of a big way. Nobody knows really what's going on now. Even though the number moved, Bitcoin, I think overall is down maybe 3.5%, Bill, something like that. I mean, that's not a huge move for Bitcoin, man. We used to go 10% a day.
2.9%, and it's back up to 112,968.
All righty. 11.9, Bell. That's what I'm concerned about. So set your alarm for 11.9. Everybody out there, 11.9. I'm liquidated. I don't think I'm going to hit it though. I think I'm going to make some change on this one. Crypto's emotional. You guys know this, and it gets very, very emotional since all the ETFs came in, and you're trying to apply degen logic to TradFi. And TradFi does not eat 3, 4, 5% losses unless you're like Kathy Wood or something like that. But TradFi does not eat those kind of losses, and they're going to go risk off when it's starting to feel. You just get that funny tingling in your toes, and they're going to go risk off. So the degens are really no longer calling the shots on either Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's the institutions are calling the shots. But that's kind of a double edge, or it's kind of a good and bad. It's good because you have a much longer timeline that you can look at trad and how it reacts to stimulus, because they've been doing this stuff forever, but they are applying the exact same reasoning up there. Now, based on a lot of the stuff that was at least floating around Twitter, they're talking about $600 million sell-offs, $800 million sell-offs, et cetera, et cetera. It didn't really move the number that much. It really did not move the needle when you consider how much money you're talking about versus the market cap of that token. And it most likely didn't, because it's paper Bitcoin. That's what. But it's just paper Bitcoin, so it's not actually hitting the self-custodied Bitcoin out there, because ETFs, none of these guys self-custody. The same way that they'll trade gold and silver, and they don't have gold and silver back there in the vault. They have paper that says, sure, you own this Bitcoin, and it's right next to the piece of paper that says you own an acre of land on the moon. It's great. It looks good. You can talk about it and brag about it, but it really has no basis in reality. And that's kind of what we're getting into now. It's I think people they're definitely going risk off, but I count on degens. And most of what I do when I'm leverage trading is based on market sentiment and not on fiscal and economic realities that are probably slamming the shit out of all of this right now. I go on market sentiment. And I think I'm going to be profitable on this trade. This is the only one I got going right now. It's the only leverage play I got going, and it is a 25x, so my range is very, very small. But I got a hunch, man. People don't want this party to end. And if they don't want this party to end, the way to get people back in is to make price go up. And I'm pretty sure even Trad has realized now that they can manipulate this price, and I think they have a better pulse on what the normal person, the non-deep financial person is going to do when they see something going up. When it goes up, everybody wants it. I mean, it was 123, 3-4 days ago? It was 123,000. So what do we always say? What's the old crypto sayings? Well, you got to buy those dips and diamond hands and never sell it and all that other silly bullshit that got everybody destroyed. But that hasn't went away. At least the attitude hasn't went away. It doesn't play as well on social media as it used to, but the attitude itself has not gone away. But it segues me perfectly into what we actually wanted to talk about tonight, and that's, of course, Sigea Cloud, but also the synergy with a couple of tokens out there, namely Jackal and Cash. Based on what we have on our own servers right now and what we have passed through, we are going to be giving a big boost to Jackal, and meaning that we are going to be buying buckets and buckets and buckets of storage. Based on our projections right now, we will probably be the single largest steady purchaser of Jackal. Our estimates are, it doesn't matter, but we're probably going to be the single largest purchaser of Jackal, and we will easily be the largest data set that's moving on to the Jackal network. So it's to the point now where, and I've had conversations with the Jackal team, and they're going to making some allowances for us, going to set up some custom configurations just for us. It nothing to do with the token. They're not cutting us a break on the price at all. We spot buy the Jackal, and we pay full freight for it going up there. But it is what it is, and Jackal is so damn cheap anyway. At $15 a terabyte, man, it's nothing. Sure, I will give you the $15 for terabyte. I'm not even going to try to beat you up over that. But
with the prices per terabyte, I actually do want the token to go up, because that means fewer of them actually have to be used for the storage.
Yeah, and we have so much purchased on our side between me and Bell. We have so much purchased on our side that it is absolutely in our interest for the Jackal token value to go up, because that means our storage runway, all of the tokens that we bought up till now, become exponentially more valuable as that Jackal token goes up in price. So yeah, we're not selling, we are using, and we are positioning ourselves to be able to use those tokens. And for us to be able to use those tokens, we have to put gigs onto storage providers. So we think we got the app to do it. Now, if you have updated, I'd love to hear your feedback. Please put it in the chat. I don't want to go scrubbing through 9 different places to find it. So if you have some feedback, critique, criticism, things you like, please put it in the chat, and we're going to kind of address them. Let's just go ahead and address them right now. Now, Bella and I have had this build on our iPhones for about a week, but I've been using the same APK that everybody else is. There's no dev build for the APK. So I just got the fresh one on my Android phone, because I do go both ways, and what I wanted is on there. Now, to address, I don't remember who put the comment in. I think it was G Taurus. To address your concern, yes, we are playing high quality audio on the Android. It's going to come out in whatever form it went into. We don't down reduce, we don't compress, we don't do anything. So whatever format it went out there in is what you're going to be hearing. But I didn't try it. But you did seem to report that if you close the app or turn off your phone, that it's going to stop. Now, that does not happen over here on iOS, which I will show you right now. Let me see. Let me find anything. I'm just looking for any kind of song that I might have on here. Here you go. All right, 1 second. All right, here we go. I'm going to turn up the volume on my phone, so give me just a second. And I'm going to close that out. So here we go. Can you hear it, Belle, kind of?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now watch. See how the phone's off? Oh, I'm going to go big screen. Yeah, see how the phone's off? So you got full functionality here, and that's volume control and all that stuff. Doesn't matter if the phone's on, doesn't matter if the phone's off, it'll go ahead and do its thing. So obviously we have to bring that same level of effectiveness over to Android. So we will be getting that there. We did make it play, we did make them work, but a lot of our resources are being diverted, believe it or not, to thumbnails right now. So we have, if anybody's loose, I told them take care of this, but don't pull anybody off from the big thing right now. And for me, the big thing is the thumbnails. That's kind of the big thing for me. So we want to keep people I want to keep our team focused on that. And apparently they had somebody loose. They made the audio play on Android Bell, but it doesn't do what the iOS does. I'm just showing you that it does, bro. All right, we'll come back. We'll get the rest of that fixed up for you going forward. But yeah, right now, thumbnails. Thumbnails is the big thing. Now, I do have one I want to put out to you guys. And this is something we were talking. Can I discuss this here, Bell? And that's where I'm talking about removing the fact that the internet is written in ink.
I'd say hold off on that one until we make it happen.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just trying to decide right now if it's worth the resources. Because, yes, we're going to have to, it's going to take man hours to get it done. We are going to have to apply resources. That means we're going to have to spend money on this. And do you think we get enough ROI from it for whatever we spend? Now, we can't predict what it's going to be worth in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. We can't even make a guess at that. We don't do we don't have a 5-year roadmap. You know why? Because a 5-year roadmap is a wish list. All right. It's crystal ball stuff. Nobody knows. We have 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. That's our roadmap right now. And that's our business development plan. Anything after that is, again, just wishful thinking for something like this, because nobody's done something like this. So we're not going to spend a lot of time and effort daydreaming. That's what you get out of a 5-year roadmap. That's what I've always loved about crypto, is when they throw out the 5-year roadmap. I'm like, you guys are out of your fucking minds. Where are you going to get this 5 years from? This market changes overnight. The narratives change overnight. Everything flips from day to day. And you're going to tell me 5 years from now, this is where you're going to be? Madness. Absolute madness. So we're not going to waste our time with it. That's really all it comes down to. But there's something that has always bothered me when you're talking about anything having to do with apps like this and your personal data. That, yes, the internet is written in ink, but it doesn't have to be. It's written in ink because nobody seemed to want to go out of their way to try to change it. And we have a way to do that. It'll only work in the app, just so you know. You got to be a Sigea user to be able to get all these benefits. But yeah, I think we can actually change that. So we'll continue the team discussion, and when we get confirmation that, yeah, I like the price, this is what we can get it done for, the cost is worth it to me, then we'll go ahead and announce. But other than that, the next thing that is coming out, and we're hoping for Friday. So that'd be nice to get 2 pushes in a single week. But if we push it out to, if we can get that release on Friday, then you're going to have the option to choose your level of encryption. We don't want to force a product on anybody and say, this is the only way that you can use it. We're not about that. And that was never our intention. But using AES 256, particularly 2 layers of it right there, kind of restricts what we can do even inside of our own app. So if you're familiar with the AES 256 libraries, man, they are very, very restrictive. There are no APIs written for this. I mean, nothing. That's it. You got this, you integrate it, and then that's it. You get what you get. But AES 128 has been around for about 50 years. So there's been a lot of ways that this thing has been modified. In no way does it violate the integrity of the crypto or of the keys, but there is a lot of different tooling that is out there that you can do things with 128 that you can't do with 256. Now, one of the things that we can do with AES, it's still AES encryption, all right? This isn't like rock bottom stuff. It's still AES. But with that, we can actually show you thumbnails. So we still can't see them. Because, again, this is all still thought I heard something. Weird. We still can't see them. But we can show them to you on your own device. Because the only thing we ever receive from you is encrypted data. So we can show them to you on your device. The thumbnail. Now, the thumbnail will not show up when you share it. because again, this is restricted just to your device. You can see the thumbnails. Nobody else can see the thumbnails. We can't see the thumbnails. And the person that you share the file with cannot see the thumbnails, but you can. So if you are going to have the option, what level of encryption do you want to use? Now, keep in mind, once it hits Jackal, it's wrapped again. AES 256. From our servers to Jackal, it's again wrapped in AES 256. Those are the service level agreements. They're baked into the protocol. There is no altering that. That's what you get. But as we're middlemen here, we do have some options for this. So for me personally, I'm going to use AES 128. No problem. I'll take it all day. I prefer to see my own thumbnails because I don't spend a lot of time naming files. I just don't do it. So whatever it was on the phone, that's what goes up. And then I have to scrub through my own files to find the damn thing afterwards. So I prefer the thumbnails. I prefer the convenience. There's been no real documented breaking of AES 128. I'm fine with it. Our servers are ephemeral. They only sit there for a few seconds before they go up to Jackal. Anyway, I'm willing to take the risk. And when you consider our competition, the fact that you don't have this option at all, I don't even consider it a risk. So I will be using the AES 128. I want to see my thumbnails, but you do you, bro. Like I said, we're just putting it out there and giving you the option. So that should be coming out in the very next update. And there was something else, Belle. I don't remember what else we were working on in this one.
Let me
for
double
the
check
next up. Yeah, go ahead and double check it. Make sure. I'm gonna have a drink here, guys. So cheers. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah. There's multiple share and multiple delete.
That's right. So
That's what it was.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have put in the requests, including people very, very close to us, that want to be able to select multiple files, send 4 files at once, 5 files at once, unlimited files at once. So that is also going to be going in the next update, and the delete feature will be the same thing. So it's going to be similar to what you got on your phone now. Select, little dots light up, choose what you want, one delete, they're gone, or choose them all, hit the arrow, share, tell who you want to share it with, and off it goes as well. So that's going to be coming on the next one. And then the update, which is going to be real close to the very last update before we launch, we're going to be integrating a payroll. Payroll is going to be integrated into that. Now, for ease of use and for us to get our process down, we're just putting PayPal in it for now. All right, that's it. We're just putting it in so that you guys can see it, see how it works. It will be a live account. Don't send money to it or anything like that. Belle and I will be doing it because, of course, we have to test. But yeah, we have to test that, make sure the rail's working, and make sure that the rail is reporting accurately to the rest of the app so that we can purchase Jackal tokens. So effectively, every time you push that button and you choose your payment plan, your storage plan, and you hit go, Jackal tokens are going to be purchased. Jackal tokens are going to be purchased, and they're going to be spent just like that. This is what Web3 is for. This is what crypto is for. So if you want to have an idea of what's going to happen to the Jackal token, pay real close attention to Sigea, because I got a hunch we're going to be the largest driver of effectively anything that's over there right now. So I'm very excited about it. Where are you at with all this, Belle? Why don't you talk for a minute?
This has been a real long time coming, and I'm scared but excited that we're coming to the end of this, guys. I mean, it's nerve-wracking waiting to see what's next. I'm not even joking.
Well, what's next is already functional. What's next? Talking about what's next for the Sigea cloud app. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, for the app and then the corporation itself, because we've got a lot that we're working on.
Yeah, and we have to be we still have to be super careful. Now, we've secured the promise of additional funding for what we need for the side. Marketing to Web 2 is incredibly expensive. So we had to, it doesn't matter, but let's just say that we got it there. So we're going to have a nice treasure chest to push it out. and to get it going. Now, what myself and Bell and Sofa Ninja have been doing with all the different ways we've been going, particularly on the show, with Twitter and everything else, is we're just putting out feelers right now, and we're gauging audience response, what we can use and how we can message it, the verbiage, to get people to pay attention to this. That's what we're doing, because when it comes down to the 6-figure spends for an advertising company, we can't swing and miss. We can't just, well, let's just toss it out and see what goes. We can't do that. We have a nice treasure chest, but it ain't that big. All right. We didn't raise $38 million in funding. So we have to be very, very surgical with these spends. So if you see us drifting, like you've been seeing us do on the channel, trying different things, moving different directions, trying all this out, it's basically it's a weather gauge right now. We're just taking and seeing what is getting decent response, so that we know how to spend our limited funds. Now, like I said, it's not that limited. We're doing okay on that, but we have to be very, very careful with it. That's all I'm saying. So if you guys would like to help us out, we would certainly appreciate it. And the easiest thing you can do is like, share, mostly respond. Comments are the thing that move tweets. We are doing everything we can to break out of our orbit. We have got to get out of the cosmos. Sadly, we are labeled as cosmos people. It makes sense. All right. We're using everything in our stack is cosmos. So it makes sense. But Cosmos is notorious about not supporting other Cosmos projects. And I understand why. I get why. All right. There's no liquidity over here. It's Lord of the Flies at this point. So anybody who's talking about anything except for your shit tokens is effectively the enemy. Because if anybody spends $1 on Sigea Cloud to buy storage, that's $1 of their shit token that they're not buying. So they're going to take it really, really personally. It's almost impossible to get Cosmos people to even back you up. I mean, in any way, shape, or form. So we have to find more hospitable and more fertile lands for us to go ahead and get out here and do all of this stuff. So again, if we seem like we've been kind of all over the map lately, and I understand that we have, there's a very, very strategic reason for it. We need to know. So if you guys want to help us, I would certainly appreciate it. All of you. Everybody testing, everybody within the sound of my voice that is testing this app up until the moment we go live. We're going to give you 50 gigabytes of Sigea storage, and we're going to give it to you for life. That is either the life of you or the life of the protocol. But we're going to give you 50 gigabytes of storage free for life as a thank you for helping us out. But we're going to ask some more in this case. Help us get the word out. Like, share, subscribe, quote, mostly comments. Comments are what drive this thing, and that's what gets us out of our orbit. Now, our experiments have kind of been played. I told you it's going to be a weird one tonight, guys. All right. I needed it. All right. We needed it. We've been focused. We've been doing our thing. But sometimes you just need to a campfire bullshit session, and that's kind of what this thing is going to turn into. So I'm sorry about that. But this is literally what has to happen. All right. We're in uncharted territory. Dropbox does not offer consumer encryption. Did you know that? Did you know that, Belle?
I did know that.
Yeah. Most people don't, because most people don't care. We're encrypted by default. And at no place in our app will you ever find a setting to turn off the encryption completely. It doesn't exist. And even with the encryption, for those of you who have tested it, I would love your feedback. For those of you who have tested this versus those of you who have tested Dropbox, I just want to know if our speeds are compatible. Now, I know mine are, but I need to know if yours are. Are the speeds compatible? Because Dropbox isn't even encrypting, and I think we're beating that. Our benchmarks are faster than Dropbox. So they're not even encrypting, and we're still faster. We're encrypting right now at this very moment at AES 256, which is the highest level encryption you can put on anything, and we're still faster. So I want to know what you guys, I want to hear from you guys. Please put your experiences in here. If you're testing, help us help you. We want to give you a really, really good app. Look, man, out the door, we're going to be cheap. All right, $1.99 for 50 gigs. Yes, I understand iCloud can beat us. They beat us because they're busy harvesting and selling your data. But even at that, I cannot think of many people who would balk at $1.99 for 50 gigabytes. I don't see a problem with it. I think our prices are remarkably affordable at that. We are incredibly reasonable with the pay rail that we temporarily have in, subscription, our monthly and recurring. All of these things are available. Everything you would expect out of a Web 2 app is going to be in this Web 2.5 app. So if there's something else that you would like to see or something else that you would like us to do, now's a real good time, guys. This is simply a campfire chat. But you know what, Bell? We're gonna beat them. We're gonna beat them. We're gonna kick the shit out of all of them. It ain't gonna happen overnight, but we're gonna beat the ever-loving hell out of these guys. And unlike them, due to our fixed price model, see, they have to use a variable pricing model, but we can use a fixed pricing model because we know what our base storage layer costs always. So because of that, we get cheaper as we scale, Bell. As we get more and more people in to Sigea Cloud, we can literally lower our prices and keep the same profit margin. That's what we can do. Dropbox can't do that. iCloud can't do that. Nobody can do that. We can do that. The only way they could do it is to basically make it free, which personally I think that should be the model that they're going for anyway. What's 99 cents to these people? All right, it's nothing. They should literally give it away for free and just, let everybody know, yeah, we're harvesting and selling your data. If you're cool with that, we'll store all you will give us and we will store it for free. That'd be the direction that I would go if I was up there. Again, what are you losing? What are you losing? They make more money selling it and harvesting it than they actually do storing it. Storing it, their storage, they do it at a loss. So what's a dollar? What's a dollar per consumer? It's not that damn big a deal. But I think give us enough time. Let us scale it out. Let us get it going. Let us get the word out. Let us get some of that B2B under our belt so that we have good, comfortable runway, that we can start cutting real good consumer deals. And honestly, Belle, here's one. I'm going to float this one out to you. Belle's going to kill me. She's going to kill me as soon as I suggest it. But here's one that I'm thinking, Belle. The first 10,000 customers that we get signing up for Sigea at the 50 gigabyte plan, the first 10,000, we give it to them for free for a year. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. All of the best features of Sigea Cloud, the things that we do better than anybody else, only happen in the Sigea Cloud app. You can only do what we do when you are inside of the app. So it is in our absolute interest to get as many people using the app as possible for them to take advantage of these features. But if Bell wanted to share a large file with somebody who was not a Sigea Cloud user, Bell, what's your only option?
Yeah, to hack it up in emails.
Or have your friend download Sigea Cloud. Or have your friend download Sigea Cloud. It's nice, it's quick, it's easy. It's very easy to understand. Anybody who's tested it can certainly attest to the fact that it is not hard to get through the sign-up process. We don't ask you for shit. We don't ask you for any kind of real information. So it's very, very easy to get those on. Now, if we can get that person in and they see, I'll be damned, this is neat, this is fun, this is easy. We're giving everybody 2 gigs for free forever. But I don't know if you noticed, but 2 gigs fills up pretty damn fast. Pretty damn fast. It's not a big step to see them go from 2 gigs free to giving us $1.99 a month for 50 gigs. So it would literally expand our reach, and I believe it would expand our reach exponentially to basically have 10,000 users that are going to be coming up there, because these 10,000 people, if we took a random group of 10,000 people and assuming all of them, each and every person, I'll poll you on this, Belle. How many people do you know?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Make a guess. 20 people, 30 people, 40 people that you're cordial with, that you actually talk with?
Yeah, I mean, in day-to-day life, I maybe talk to 5.
Okay. Well, that's 5. Let's start right there then. Let's say that that's 5 people that you're cordial with, friendly enough, and people that you may or may not want to send data to. Those 10,000 that we gave this away to just expanded our reach to 50,000. Now, those 10,000 people over a 12-month period is going to cost us about $250,000. How much would an ad raise cost us to reach 50,000 specifically targeted people? How much would that ad cost for us to do that? Not spreading by word of mouth, because that's what those 10,000 people get us, is spreading it by word of mouth. Hey, this is a cool app. I need to share this with you. You should take a look at this. Here's the link. Download it. Give me your Sigea user ID, and I'll shoot you over the gigs. That would literally target us up and spread us out to about 50,000 people, assuming that they only know 5 people. Each 10,000, I think that's a good place to hang your hat. I'd say 5. But that gives us from 10,000 users to a potential of 50,000 users. So if we were to capture, let's just say, 10%, that's an additional 5,000 users that are going to be sitting up there using the app. Now we're getting daily active users. Now we're hitting those DAU numbers. Our money shot is 25,000. That is our money shot. That is our absolute money shot for this, is 25,000 daily active users. That gets us there. All right, that's it. But if we hit that 25,000 DAU, offers are going to be coming in, because nobody's really hitting those kind of numbers right now, Bill. But from there, our growth is exponential when we get to a point like that. Now, this is the BD stuff that we talk about that we really don't talk about on the stream, but it just seemed like we really need to get some clarification out of that. So, Bell, how would you feel giving it out to 10,000 people? Beta testers, you guys have it for life. All right, you guys have it for life. What would you say giving it out to 10,000 users, Bell, just for 6 months? That cuts our spend in half.
6 months I could see. A year is pushing it. I mean,
what about 3 months? What about 3 months? 3 months seems pretty reasonable. 3-month trial at 50 gigabytes. What do you think about that? What do you guys think about that?
3 months would be perfectly reasonable, although we do need to talk to our business development guy to get help crunching these numbers to see when we would actually be revenue positive as a business.
Well, if we're giving it out to 10,000, our first 10,000, the first 10,000 are going to be the hardest to get, period. Giving it away for free seems like a good way to get over that hump in a very, very fast way. I have enough Jackal to support that. No problem, because the only cost at that time is, of course, our server costs, and I have enough of cash to cover it, and our storage costs, and I have more than enough Jackal to cover that for 3 months. 10,000 people at 3 months, no problem. But would the word of mouth of doing something like that, would that be better and cheaper than a targeted ad spend? I think we'd get better response on something like that.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I haven't crunched those numbers.
No, and like I said, I'm just throwing it out there. It all depends on growth. One, I don't even know how we get 10,000 users. I have no idea. That's where the big ad spends come in, so that you can see Sigea. Click here to download, try it out, free 2 gigs. You like it, sign up, yay for you. We're gonna have to go and do things like the Web 2 tech conferences, and we're gonna have to go with leads that people send our way. Yeah, and yes, ma'am, and I completely agree with that. And we're gonna also have to do big ad spends. I mean, that's it. We're gonna have to do that. All right, targeted Twitter spends aren't gonna do it, because impressions mean nothing out here. You got 24,000 impressions on something like that, it still means nothing. You get 25,000 impressions with 2 comments, you failed. An impression on X is not hard to get. It shows it to everybody. So targeted ad spends on X aren't really going to do it. We're actually going to have to hire somebody, a professional marketing company that has all these ins, that has all these connections, that can put it to get us on interviews, that can put us in publications. And I know Web 3 people don't read a lot of tech pubs, but Web 2 people do. So
our own attorney actually has several magazines and publications that he wants to send our way.
Yeah, and we're going to have to talk to all of those. So even though it feels like the work is here, or at least getting close to being finished, for us it just started. So we already have the years that we've been carrying this pushing this big ass rock up the hill. But we found out that once we got to the top of the hill, you know what there is, Bill? Another fucking hill. That's all it is. It's just another damn hill going up there. Anyway, let me check the time. Oh my God, I've been rambling on and on. We're going to take a little break, meaning that Scott wants to drink and I'm sure Belle wants to smoke. So Belle's going to talk to you for a second. I'm going to cue up another song. And we'll come back if we happen to have any questions, comments, concerns, observations. We will get it right back to you. Go ahead, Belle. I'm stepping away now.
All right. So, G. Torres, I did see your question about, okay, is Scott and Bella Cartoon speaking AI language? They're speaking gibberish. I mean, literally, that's supposed to be gibberish. I mean, although those cartoons are pretty freaking hilarious. G Torres as well. Great updates on Sigea for Android. That's for sure. Scott, how are you doing today? Congrats on the big improvements on Sigea, Scott and Bella.
How am I doing today? I don't know, man. How do you think? Look at me. Look at me. Is this a happy face? Huh? I'm wearing my Hash House a Go-Go hat. That's how I know I've been having a bad day, because if I wear this hat, I remember that it was a very good meal. And that's it. That's my whole nostalgia and take back from this. So, no, man, it's rough. And every time you come up with an update, you immediately get slammed with more requests, more things, more features. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. I don't like the way this is working. It's endless for us, man. It's a pure grind. But I'm happy that it's working. I'm happy that people are sharing files. I'm happy that the music players are playing. You guys understand that we reinvented the perfect Napster here, right? The absolute perfect Napster, and the fact that I could share a song with anybody in Sigea, and because it's encrypted, you can still listen to the song, you can do your thing with the song, but nobody can actually prove that you have the song. So there are no copyright violations here, because prove it. Crack the find it first, find my account, find the data, find my web wallet, and then crack the encryption to prove that I actually have this. I mean, we literally invented the perfect Napster here, and that goes for that. It goes for movies. Belle and I have been sharing movies. So yeah, no, it's aside from that, we're finding different applications for the tech. I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, we'll come right back with questions. I want to finish up this whole stream right here, just talking with you guys. I know I'm all done talking at you. We're going to be playing a nice, airy song. I hope you enjoy it. I know I do. I hope Belle does. And we will be right back here on the podcast on the KPOD network, guys. So please stand by.
Lazy skies stretch wide and still. Golden dust on the windowsill. A lonesome bird sings sharp and low. The air is heavy, thick like wine. Every breath tastes like time. Oh, the wildflower breeze, it whispers my name. A soft little tease, a slow burning flame. Nothing to lose, no one to blame. Bare feet brushing the warm dirt ground. Cicadas hum, it's the it holds me tight. I'll wear the stars like borrowed light. Oh, the wildflower breeze, it whispers my name, a soft little tease, a slow burning flame, nothing to lose, no one to
Not much like Jack and Ray Brigade. It's so play. English way. God.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you there. And again, all audio that you hear on this program is available on the KPOD label. You just gotta let me know, all right? And be using Sigea. We'll get you hooked right up. All right, Belle. Let's talk with everybody. We're all done talking at them, and let's hear. I have no idea. My phone is closed. I have no idea if anybody's watching, but if they are, serve it up.
Okay, so Fisherman, Jackal needs something. So much love on that.
Yeah, and we're the something, bro. Look, man, we've done our projections, and based on what is just sitting on our how much data that we've passed through just up till now, and we haven't even really begun. It's my concern, Belle. And Fisherman, I'm answering your question, but my concern, Belle, is will they be able to scale up to keep up with us? That is my concern. That's the only thing that I really have up there. We said it months ago that one of the most profitable things that you're going to find in crypto is going to be a Jackal storage provider. But you got to have something to store. We're that something to store. So there's lots of ways to do crypto. There are lots of ways to do Web3. The thing that has been kind of proven out as the least risky and most profitable dollar for dollar has always been providing hardware. That's it. All right. It's decentralized. We need hardware. So that is probably my only real concern, but we have a contingency plan in place. Don't we, Belle?
Well, that's part of the reason I don't want to go too nuts on the ad spends. Because if we have to, we can stand up our own storage providers on a cache, and that's gonna have to come out of the budget.
Yeah, and if it has to, we will literally stand. Yeah, we will literally stand up our own. You could get into morality at that point. You know that we are basically created our own kind of closed network. But we have no control over the Jackal protocol algorithm. And the algorithm is always going to randomly assign files to storage providers. But if there are more files than there are storage providers, then in that case, it is simply in our financial interest to stand up as many boxes as we possibly can, because we're going to be catching all of it. So
relating to this.
God, we'd make up for it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bill.
Relating to this. Okay, my concern is we're gonna run a cache out of servers to use as Jackal storage providers, and we're gonna have to go and actually stand up, in data centers around the world.
Well, we could, but we haven't taken out all of Anchor's yet, and we haven't. Render has a whole bunch of servers that are available. Anchor has a whole bunch of servers that are available. There are plenty of Web3 alternatives outside of the Cosmos. So if it makes us spinning them up a little more difficult, that's our problem and nobody else's. But imagine that for a second, because if we were more cutthroat, that's exactly what we would do, is we'd effectively choke everybody else out, because storage providers are subsidized. So we would catch this two different ways, Bell. We'd catch one way by providing the service to everybody, and the other way by actually getting paid to host it, as opposed to having to pay to host it. Think about that. So yeah, if we were more aggressive and cutthroat, that's exactly what we would do. But we're going to keep that out because we don't even want the appearance of impropriety on this. But I got a hunch, if I pick up the phone, I call Jackal and say, look, man, we got petabytes that are heading your way. You're going to have to scale like right this goddamn second. I got a hunch those storage providers will show up one way or another. Anyway, carry on, Madam Bell.
All right, Sofa Ninja, I was pretty excited to take a picture inside the Sigea app and store it. I then sent it to another Sigea user. Blows my mind that my cloud or ISP will never see the picture.
Yeah, and for those of you guys who are testing right now, the easiest way for you to check for yourself, you know what, you're not going to be able to see it real well, but I'll try to do it here anyway. Okay, so you can't really see the, you know what, that's not going to work, Bell, because I can't do it. But look, you can see my very last photo right here is that one. All right, that's the very last photo on this phone right now. So watch this. And again, you can't make it, you're not going to be able to make it completely out, but I think you'll get the rub. So we're taking a photo right now. Sorry, I'm uploading. I don't want to do that. I want to take the photo. We're taking the picture of the TV with Bell on it. You guys can kind of see the photo right there. I think you get the idea. We're going to use this photo. We're going to upload this photo. And I'll tell you what, right after this, I'm going to send this photo to people. So you can see that that photo has been uploaded. Now let's take a look over here. And you can see on my phone, not real clear, but if I still click the same button, that is the last photo that is on this phone. That means that this photo that I just took never, ever, ever touched the phone's storage. So if I come back over here to this, let me find the file, Bill. I don't have a name on it, so it's going to be a little bit weird. I have to find it. One second, Bill. I have to find the. I should have named it. I didn't think I was going to be doing this.
Just a reminder, folks. Right before you hit the upload button, you can actually rename your file that you're going to upload.
All right, I got the file. I'm going to share it with. Is G Torres still out there? He's always been a real honest guy.
Yeah, G Torres is here.
All right, I'm sharing this file right this second with Carlos, and I'm going to share this file right this second with Sofa Ninja. And do we got any other Sigea users out there right now? I'll share that file that I just took, and you guys can see it for yourself.
Yort's on, Fisherman's on.
All right, I'll send it to Fish. Fish said he was having problems earlier. At least he reported problems. So let me see.
New
Fisherman.
Type's on. New Type's on. Bradley Coe's on.
I don't think New Type is sharing with us, is he? Or testing for us? Nope, I got no New Type. I don't even think he's testing for us. And we'll send it to Ubungi 2000. So there you go. If you guys could just pipe up in the chat when you receive that file, and I know you got it because I know my shit. I know my shit works. Just tell everybody in the chat what you see on that file, because what we just did was bypass that the internet is written in ink. That's what we just did. There's no copy of this anywhere. It never touched the phone. It touched the phone's storage. Everything that you just saw happened within the app. I took the photo. I showed you the photo. I showed you that my device did not record it because it never went there. It went straight to Sigea Cloud. When you take anything having to do with the camera, and that's what's actually clever about this, anytime you use the camera, the phone determines that it has to go somewhere. The only option that you have, unless it goes somewhere, is to simply delete it. That's all you have. I didn't do that. I took the picture for a reason. I was trying to make a point. In this case, I did, and I sent it out. So, Bell, when they hit it in chat, if I'm sure somebody will respond that they got it, hit the little bell. If you don't have notifications turned on, hit the little bell. You'll see the file. Type in chat. Tell us what it is. Bell, please carry on.
All right. G Torres did confirm. He said, I got it. And Sofa Ninja said, I received the picture of the TV.
And there you go. I mean, just like that. So, yeah, the internet's written in ink thing, that's not really true anymore. That we're kind of breaking that mold. And two other additional features that are going to be going in, which Bell just told me I cannot discuss. We're going to prove for an absolute fact that the internet is no longer written in ink if you're inside of Sigea. Anyway, carry on, Bell.
New type. Any luck on talking with Supra?
Supra. Sent a message. I haven't gotten a response yet. I'm still on it, bro. All right, but keep in mind, my focus right now is more or less on my thing as opposed to other people's things. So I'm on it, but I'm not aggressively on it. I just want to be real clear with that. Carry on, Bell.
And honestly, for my part, I mean, I've been buried in so many meetings lately. It's hard to find time to breathe.
Oh, no shit. I'm sitting there getting grilled, getting the 3rd degree by one of our business partners like 5 minutes before we're going live. I had the studio all turned on. Belle can hear over my mic. It really doesn't matter how far I am, and she's listening to him thunder at me and me thunder back. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. So if I see him a little mellow right now, that's the reason that I'm a little bit mellow right now. This is endless, but it's worth it. Belle, carry on.
All right, Bradley Co., have you thought about partnering with some NFT projects?
Not sure why, man. I'm really not sure why. This is my experience. I'm going big screen here for a second, Bill. Here's been my experience with Web3 in general, and I think anybody who gets out, particularly anybody who's built anything, can attest to this. Web3 people have a tendency not to use Web3 apps. And I'll ask you guys straight out, aside from Sigea, the people who are listening right now, aside from Sigea, how many actual Web3 apps do you have on your device? Because we are a Web3 app. From start to finish, our entire stack is Web3. So aside from Sigea, how many Web3 apps do you have on your phone? And I'd ask, what do they do? Web3 people really don't want to support Web3 products. We all look at each other and try to find a way, how can I utilize this project, or how can I utilize this community? How can I use these guys to bring value to me? Very rarely do you hear them say, how can we bring value to us and bring everybody together? Web3 as a whole has no goddamn idea how to build a community and how to keep it together. They don't care, man. It is something that they just don't even think of. When it comes to that time, they hire some bullshit Web3 community manager that has failed at place after place after place, and now he's working for them. So he's going to come up there, he's going to fail for them again. So while I see the advantage of it, and yes, we would be an excellent storage platform for something like that, I don't see them going to bat for us. And I'm sorry that I have to say it, but we're to that point now. If they're not going to support us, then I see no advantage to me supporting them. It's not in our interest. If they'd like to use us, they're more than welcome to use us, but we're not going to go out of our way, redesign our front end, change anything up that we have to do, because we are primarily a Web 2 app. And believe it or not, guys, Web 2 does not give a fuck about NFTs. They're neat, they were fun, but they're over now. So I appreciate the question, bro. That was my answer, the best way I can kind of phrase it. And please keep in mind, it's been a long day. Belle, carry on.
All right, G Torres, and this one's kind of a long one. Would you guys ever consider paying a YouTuber channel that is privacy focused, etc.? Louis Rossman would be the perfect channel, I believe, but I don't know if he does paid ads. He may just do it for the ethos if the app works great, though.
Yeah, and if they would, we would never pay a coal. It just simply is not going to happen. Not because I'm doing it and I think I am a key opinion leader, which is just that's gay. I mean, I'm sure we haven't gotten demonetized from music, Bell, so I'm going to get demonetized from language.
It's been longer than 10 minutes. You're good.
Okay. No, I would never, ever do that, man, because I don't want to enrich somebody simply for them to read the words. I only really want to work with people who have a similar ethos to me, and there just simply are not that many. If I have to pay a privacy coal, somebody who advocates for everything that we built, but before he would even talk about us, I'd have to pay him, that is somebody that I simply don't want to work with, because I get it. All right, it's great. You built a brand. You're right, it should be monetized. But it's got to be about something bigger than money, man, when you're talking about what we're talking about. We could have done this so much cheaper than we did it. We could have cut corners all over the board and saved ourselves hundreds of thousands of dollars. But we didn't do it because we believe in the product. But privacy is binary. You either have it all the way or you don't have it at all. So if the people who are advocating for what we built can't give us an hour of their time to discuss it unless we pay them $25,000, that's not somebody I want to work with. It's got to be bigger than money. Unfortunately, anybody that we would talk to out in that realm is going to charge us. That's all it is. Look, man, the app is there. You guys have it on your phones right now. You're trying it. You are using the most technologically advanced privacy, file storage, sharing utility that has ever seen the world before. You guys have it on your phones right now. And if they can't see the value in that and understand why we did what we did, the way that we did it, it's a waste of my time, man. Even if we get some subs off from that, even if we get some consumers off from that, I think we can do better. We can do it a better way. I want to work with people that have the similar ethos. And then ask yourself this, and this is, I'm going to even go big screen here, Bill. Ask yourselves this. If you guys have been following this program for years, have we ever charged anybody a single nickel to come on and use our platform, use our time, use our production, use our energy? Have we ever charged anyone a single nickel for us to produce and put out a show for somebody else's product that is doing something that we agree with, that we think is morally acceptable, that we think that this is a good thing? Have we ever charged anybody anything? And the answer is simply no, we have not. I understand the counter. Our reach isn't big enough. I get that. But our reach isn't big enough because we haven't sold out, and we won't. So I hope that kind of answers the question and gives you guys maybe a little bit more insight into what I'm thinking on a lot of this stuff. Belle, please carry on.
All right, old man, may Sigea replace Pirate Bay?
Dude, we replace virtually everything out there. I mean, everything. We're music sharing, all right? We're movie sharing. We are everything that everybody else kind of does. We do it better. We do it faster. We do it safer. We do it cheaper, all the way up and down. And when I say safer, I'm not talking about safer for the world. I'm talking about safer for you personally. Nobody's ever going to go after you for anything because nobody knows you exist. Nobody knows those files exist. It simply is not there. So, yeah, we're doing a lot of stuff. I'll just kind of leave it there. Belle, carry on.
All right, new type. Oh, I didn't mean Super to give them views. I was thinking Super might let you guys come on and talk Sigea.
Yeah, I wasn't getting that impression from the conversation that we had, man, but I'll hit him up again. Of course I will. Look, Bella and I will go anywhere to talk about our protocol. We think that this is game-changing. This is game-changing kind of stuff that we're dealing with here, but we're not going to pay to do it. So I'll tell you what, if anybody wants to bird dog this, get us on a show, I'll give you free Sigea. No problem, babe. Whatever you need, I will give it to you because you did the work, and we don't expect anybody to work for us for free. I can't tell you how many people that has been part of the show over the years that I put cash in their hands. I'm out of cash now, but I could certainly give you free storage. Something like this that might come in value, might bring value to you over time. Anybody wants to bird dog us an interview, I will go on. I really hope it's a hostile interview because I work best in that kind of environment, and I know Belle works best in that kind of environment. I'd rather talk to people I disagree with than people that agree with me. But anybody bird dogs this for us, I will absolutely take care of you. Ask around about me. Belle, please carry on.
All right, so old man just started testing the app while we were on this stream, and the first several comments from him are, "Damn, that fast." Yeah, I uploaded a vid of this stream, like a 10-second clip. I shared the file with you, Belle, trying to figure it out. It's really neat.
Yeah, it's neat, it's quick, it's easy, and it's fully encrypted. It literally is telling you what it's doing. Before we had the bad verbiage in there, Bell, where we said processing, and I got a lot of questions about that. We didn't want to put the word encryption because the word encryption scares people. But I hit fuck it, Bell hit fuck it, and we said change it. We're not processing, we're encrypting the goddamn file. And it has to be encrypted. You notice, if you pay real close attention, you're going to notice that it says encrypting before it says uploading. This is the flowchart for Sigea Cloud. We can never see your files unencrypted, period. That's it. That was the line that we will absolutely never cross. So, yeah, man, it's good. It's fast. And I appreciate you testing, bro. I really do, man. We need, the more testers we have, the more bugs we can find. You only get one chance to actually go live. Only one time. I want you to think about this for a second, Belle. I'm gonna wax poetic here for a minute, but I want you to think about this. There's only one time in our entire lives for Sigea Cloud that we can put out the tweet that says Sigea Cloud is now live. Here's the download links. Enjoy. We only get one chance ever to send that tweet. I can't tell you how terrified I am of that very moment. Terrified. Because at that moment, we don't have excuses anymore. There's nothing that we can say. We are out of alpha, we're out of beta, and we are now live. And we only get to do that once. And we don't have the luxury that Web3 has of forgiveness for launching a ship product. We don't have that because we're not pitching to a Web3 crowd. We're pitching to a Web2 crowd. And Web2 does not forgive. It works the very first time or they're never coming back. And not only did we lose that consumer, but we lost the 5 people that consumer is close with. So we lost 6 people in a single go because we missed something. That's why we need the testers. That's why we're giving them Sigea for life. It's very, very important. Every single bug they find, every single little nuisance, every single nuance will save us so much money down the line and earn us revenue. The more revenue we earn, the cheaper we can give this thing away and give privacy to the goddamn world. Ideally, we build it to the point where we don't need money anymore. And at that point, we run this thing at just delta neutral, where we don't earn any money on it, but we can give it away so cheap that we put this in the hands of everybody. So then we can just look at Papa Government there, give them 2 big old fingers and say, fucking prove it. God, I want that. Anyway, carry on, Bill.
All right. So, yeah, old man was saying, okay, he shared the file with you as well.
Let me take a look. I'm sorry, man. I had to turn off my notifications because they beep at me a lot out here. I don't have anything, bro. I have the podcast, TAG, or D podcast, because that's my Android phone and that one's inside. So check who you shared it with. If not, share it with the podcast. I'll certainly take a look at it. Bell, carry on.
All right. Fisherman was saying, okay, yes, encrypting. I mean, we got to the point on the screen where it the phone looked like it froze when we were trying to upload files. So we flat out told the team, no, you've got to give an indication that the app is doing something.
Yeah, look, man, this is your data. All right. I care deeply about your data and about your privacy. And I want you to know what's happening every single step of the way. So it is encrypting. You see it happening. If you hit the 2 little arrows in the upper right, then you're going to see it uploading. But you will never, ever see it upload before it encrypts. Now, if they're very, very small files, the encryption is instantaneous. It's done before you can even click those 2 little arrows. Modern cell phones have pretty powerful processors. Not ultimately powerful, but they're pretty good. So that is going to be an issue. But if you send up a whole shitload of files at the same time, 100 images, the best I managed to get up, Bell, was like 285. And we took care of the vibration problem. This was great, man. This was earlier in the thing, but I selected every single image that I had on my phone. I told the team, open me up wide. I want full throttle, and I want unlimited storage because I'm fucking paying for it. And I selected every single image that I had on this phone, and this goes back years. This is an iPhone 11. That's how old this is. And I selected them all and I hit upload. And inside of a couple seconds, the phone started vibrating in my hand. It was literally going, brrr. I was like, I like set it down. I thought it was going to burst into flames or some shit like that, Bill. We've taken care of that, by the way. We've taken care of that issue. We shard them up now. So if you're sending up like 300 files at once, we're going to do them in chunks, as opposed to trying to encrypt 300 files at the same time, because apparently, Bell, the processor, even in iPhone 11, doesn't like that. It started shaking. Sith Lord tried it too. Yeah, Sith Lord tried the same shit, and he reported the same thing. That's why I tried it. I was like, no, he's got to be out of his goddamn mind. And then my phone's, yeah, I was like, okay, we'll address this. So, yeah, but what I'm saying is that it's your data. It's very, very important to me. And I want to make sure that you know what's happening to it every single step of the way. This app is not just going to be for pictures or videos. This app is going to be for medical. Give us time to get it there. And let me ask you, how concerned would you be if you were sending financial records, personally identifiable information, medical records, things that would truly, truly disturb you if they got out? In this case, you're going to want to know what's happening with that data every single step of the way. That's why we did it. Hope that answered the question. Bell, carry on.
All right. So, old man, I got something for you. Okay, be prepared to laugh. That's really the last comment for the moment.
All right, let's see. Well, we ran over time anyway, so this might be a good time to go ahead and wrap it up. Yeah, we're going to be the biggest catalyst to Jackal, period. That's it. They can't stop us. There's nothing they can do. They're an open source program. We can build on top of them. That's exactly what they did. They enabled the S3 buckets. That's what we're taking advantage of. So we're going to be the biggest catalyst that's going to happen up to this protocol. I know Respawn's coming up. They made some big strides, but the community as a whole has kind of moved on from Jackal. They've given up hope. We've never given up hope because we saw the big picture years ago with what we were building, what we were doing, and how we were going to go about it. We saw this years ago. The money is no longer in Web 3. The money lives out there in Web 2, but you cannot field a dream, sis. You have to go out there and get it. And to go out there and get it, you have to give them a solution to a real problem. And the real problem out here is, in fact, privacy. We can't sell that as a product because people don't care. But sharing 5 gigabyte videos, 5 gigabyte files, thousands of images all at the same time, they do care about that. And we can do it. And guess what? Nobody else can. So we are a solution to a real problem. We're going to be niche and we'll stay niche. But guess what? We're not going after 100% of the world. We're going after 2% of the world. There are 8 billion people on this planet. 2% is good enough for us. And that's kind of what we're targeting. Anyway, appreciate you guys indulging us for the fireside chat. We haven't gotten to do this one. We haven't gotten to do this in a while, Belle, have we?
No, we haven't.
Yeah,
we haven't. Not at all.
We haven't gotten to do this in a while. We really, really needed it. Belle's going to go ahead and talk us up now. Talk us up. Take us out of here. I had a wonderful time. This is the third time that we were live today. So I had a wonderful time. I appreciate you guys indulging me on this. Yeah, Belle, go ahead and do your thing. Let's get out of here.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us this evening, we cannot say thank you guys enough. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys and the comments and questions you send our way. Now, Scuttlebutt says we might be going online tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time if we can pin down Joe. If not tomorrow, then we will be live on Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time with our normal Thursday night live stream. In between now and those two times, if you guys have any other comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to either Scott or myself, scott@thepodcast.com or bella@thepodcast.com, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, we can't thank you enough, guys, and we'll see you next time. What?